The sun breaks the horizon and makes me think of all things I've decided. Divided my demons to piece together what's left, this mess of a man reaching out with open hands, place plans on a ship with no sail. Because I'm willing to learn and ready to fail. Nails are meant to hold, standing still while we're quick to grow old. And stories told tales of where we did begin. I've gotten used to being the outsider, left looking in. Went from riding winds to waves. Still life, living from day to day and person to person is how I best interact, making time-lapse back, chasing facts and fictions equally, peacefully purging these sins like sweat, when all that's left is a man strips down past bones, two-tone sepia green eyes stand staring back from a broken mirror. The vision gets clearer and I'm still here. Fear is easy while faith can be costly, and I feel like I might have lost me a long way back. Left hoping our tracks can overlap. Just left, tracks leading west on a one-way train. I've got the sun on my face and the salt in my veins. Reins held loosely, yet firmly in grasp. I ride into the sun, but I always come back. Reading lines and faces like scriptures. Conversations fade to lectures. Complications add textures to an otherwise unwise demise. Because inside minds is where time flies like planes made of weightless papers, displaced as vapors, collected at the intersections of thoughts and actions. Passion pits faith against the factual, repeats patterns like fractals delineated down to molecules. Particles precipitate, rain falls fast and accelerates, creates glass from sand as eternal temperatures elevated. And we can relate to debated topics like cancer forms on the tropics and forlorn star forms take their place and skies dyed black by night. Lights dance entranced by the advance of man, from stone to steel to wheels to tracks to jetpacks strapped to the backs of no-thought robots, and the have-nots have been taught to expect less. Oppressed and wandering aimlessly, left searching for vagrant vacancies. And it's in your mind forever. With all the treasures of reason, we just pick up one another. Use love as a reason. Equal measures across weathers and a global 4 seasons. We're leaving nobody stranded. We're adding everyone's seasonings. And the Polynesian princes that sailed vast distances to define differences in what life is. It's not specific to the Pacific, staying on course in straight lines. Taught to use cosmic symbols like us reading street signs, and time depends on which watch you're watching, because calendars don't bend. They end with no signs of stopping. Dates reciprocate like sideways eights, relate to debates about time ending fast, like sand in an hourglass of fate. So we shift sides through this mind's eye to go inside and see what divides, because life isn't a line, man, it's more like a circle. So plant your seeds of relation in ground that is fertile. Slow growth promotes a steady maturation, sustaining the simple life, free of unneeded complications. I'm crossing the cultural currents, and I'm bridging the gaps, forcing no one to follow. I'm simply clearing a path, because people pass like grass grows, some slow, some fast. Last to act, track back, follow times to find holes in my past theory, to see clearly that the wait was worth the prize, because beside my bedside my mind resides for time that passes without the help of the tides. And only time will tell if the seas will swell, the lands burn in a fiery hell, the watchers return with the wrath, paying back twice what is due past. And the story called the Bible was true for a while, except it left about the part about man descending from reptiles, and for a while the earth did have aliens, called angels. And depending upon the angle of light and how you perceive it, we actually have 11 dimensions. We see 3 plus time, but where are the other 7? Well, one is called heaven, the other is called hell, leaving 5 left for those alive. So close your eyes and feel this instance. Now is now. Experience your existence. And then there was light, born from the darkness of eternal night. From one comes opposing forces. Gaseous and matters collect and condenses, assuming gravitational courses. Stars scattered in patterns according to standard deviation, forming galaxies and building constellations. A social separation from a distant past builds values gone in the instant flash, and this oscillation of orbital entities around centers of variable densities eventually would spawn a son and a daughter, capable of sustaining water, turn from virgin world to earthly mother. Now we're all brothers, different, yet basically the same, experiencing our existence on a semi-cyclical plane, and this ever-expanding universal theory sees things not too clearly, because the single singularity breathes as we.